Hi everyone! Welcome to my channel. My name's Maria, and in this video, I'll be talking to y'all about the 10 things that I'm no longer purchasing or buying. If you like this video, please make sure to give this video a like, subscribe down below, and hit the bell notification for more content. So, let's get started. These 10 items that I'll be talking about will be in no particular order. I just hope that they serve as an inspiration for you to consider on the items that you can live without. The first thing that I no longer buy is trendy clothing. I remember when I first got my summer job back in high school, I used to work in a cafe that was closely located to a clothing store. During my break times, I would always browse around and end up purchasing something afterwards. The hard work that I'm putting in, working long hours at the cafe, that money was just going towards trendy clothing items that I would only wear once or twice and not really wear it again afterwards. What I've learned since then is that there are certain clothing styles that I love and certain colors that I gravitate to, whether it's black, white, gray, and more neutral colors. Now, before I purchase a clothing item, I think to myself, will I wear this more than once? Will I wear this a year or two from now? And will this item pair well with some of the other clothing pieces that I love? If that item checks off all the boxes, then I would consider purchasing it. The second item that I'm no longer purchasing is cheap jewelry. I remember back in high school and in university, I used to own quite a number of cheap jewelry just because I thought that it would make my outfit seem a little bit more put together. But after just a few wears, it would tarnish and it would turn green, and it was just not a good look. So now I just stick to classic and meaningful jewelry pieces that have a special meaning to me. And if you want to see my jewelry collection, I'll make sure to link that down below or put that on one of the cards up top. The third item that I'm no longer purchasing is plastic water bottles. Instead, what I use is this Clean Canteen stainless water bottle. So this water bottle holds 2 liters, but I know that Clean Canteen also sells it in smaller sizes if that's more beneficial for you. For me, the 2-liter is a perfect size. Basically, I'm part camel. I drink a ton of water, and I drink basically 2 of these a day, so like 4 liters. I'm not sure if that's really a good or bad thing, drinking that much water. If you know, please make sure to leave a comment down below. But for me, I feel like it's been doing wonders for my body. I feel like my skin is a lot clearer when I drink a ton of water compared to when I didn't. I just make sure to stick to my stainless water bottle instead of going out and purchasing plastic water bottles. The fifth item that I'm no longer purchasing are magazines. I remember when I was young, I used to have a Teen Vogue magazine subscription back when you had to mail it in, and it was a different time back then. But yeah, I used to have a Teen Vogue magazine because back then I thought I wanted to be a fashion designer but went a different path instead. I would flip through the magazine, look for inspiration, and read some tips on what to wear, what not to wear, etc. And then afterwards, I would just put that aside and it would just stack up after a while. Now it's a completely different story. Information is clearly at our fingertips. We can go to so many different websites. There's Pinterest that we can use to pin different images and items that we like. There's Instagram that we can get inspiration from. And so I don't really have a need to go out and purchase magazines anymore. If there's anything that I am particularly interested in, I would just Google search it or look up a YouTube video about it, or just go to that particular website to just read that article online. The sixth item that I'm no longer purchasing are uncomfortable underwear and push-up bras. As an extremely flat-chested person, I'm basically, I think, just a 30-32A cup, and I'm in the itty-bitty titty committee. I'm not well endowed in the chest area. Back in high school, I would buy a push-up bra just to push the girls up and look a little bit more well endowed in that area. But since then, I've come to realize that I didn't even like wearing them. I wasn't comfortable, and when I was wearing them, I would have more of a cleavage, and it just didn't make me feel comfortable showing that around. Growing up and through the years, I've learned to love my body and my chest for what it is. I've learned to accept my chest and not try to make it look more endowed or more bigger than what what it is. The seventh item that I'm no longer purchasing or buying are shaving creams and razors. So in my video about the top purchases that I made in my 20s, I talked about getting laser hair removal in my 20s. I'm 30 years old right now, which is why I can say it back in my 20s. Ever since I got hair removal, I don't really have to shave my legs every day or every other day compared to when I used to do that. Now I just do it like once a month, and I just use my husband's shaving cream and take one of his disposable razors and just do that. If you're considering laser hair removal, I highly recommend it. Just make sure to do your own research on what providers offer that, and make sure that you go to a place that's reputable so that they don't damage your skin or anything like that. The eighth item that I no longer purchase are dryer sheets. I actually own wool dryer balls, and I'll post a picture up top over here if you don't know what that is. Wool dryer balls are supposed to help make your clothes dry a lot faster compared to if you don't put any wool dryer balls into your dryer. I bought my wool dryer balls, I think in Winners, that's in Canada. If you don't have a Winners, you could get them in Walmart, you could get them in Target, you could get them, I feel like you could get them in HomeSense or other home type of department store. But yeah, you could get them also on Amazon, I'm pretty sure. If you don't have wool dryer balls already, I would highly consider it. It's a lot more cost effective because you don't have to go out and purchase dryer sheets. You can use it a lot of times and it doesn't wear out. The ninth item that I'm no longer purchasing are nail polishes. I remember back in the early YouTube days and when beauty gurus first started coming out on YouTube, they would post their videos and in the background would be their nail polish collection. I was always so odd and I wanted to be like them. And so I bought a number of nail polishes from Sally Hansen, from even like the dollar store, just to try the nail polish colors out. After buying them, I would put them on my nails, but as a nervous habit, I tend to pick my nails or bite my nails, which is not good, especially if you're wearing nail polishes. So now I try to stay clear of nail polishes, knowing what my habit is. I don't want that in my system, and it just looks bad if I'm picking at my nails. I know it's a really bad habit to have. So I don't even bother purchasing nail polishes anymore and just steer clear of that. One exception when I did have a manicure on was during my wedding. I had a manicure on and I think it was a shellac. So yeah, I just steer clear of purchasing nail polishes because I know that my nails aren't gonna look good afterwards. The 10th item that I no longer purchase, and this might be a little TMI, are pads and tampons. So let me explain that. I actually own reusable pads where I just put them in the wash after using them and it comes out clean. This has helped save me a lot of money and a lot of trips from having to go into the grocery store or into the pharmacy or into the drugstore or into Walmart and going out and purchasing pads and tampons. But yeah, whenever my period comes, I just make sure to use my reusable pads, and it works the same way as a regular pad would do. I just don't toss it away. I just put them separately in its own bag and just toss it in the wash, run through like a cycle, and it comes out clean. This works the same way as how a Thinx underwear would work. If you've used a Thinx underwear before, please make sure to comment down below because I'm curious to hear more about your experience with it, because I do want to purchase one. It's just quite expensive for buying one Thinx underwear, and so I'm still debating about it, especially because I do own my reusable pads. But if you do own a Thinx underwear, just please comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments about it. But yeah, this has saved me and my husband, because when my cramps were really bad, I did have to ask him to go out and purchase pads before, and bless him, I love him so much. He actually had to go out and purchase pads because I didn't have any at my place back at the time. I don't have to worry about that. I know that I have my stash of pads that I could go to, and I would just use it, toss it in the wash, and it'll come out clean. But yeah, if you've been thinking about and considering reusable pads, I highly recommend mine. I just bought mine off of Amazon, but I'm sure there's other retailers that you could research or Google about. I'm also curious about the menstrual cup. So if you have thoughts about that, you know, this is a community that we're growing. I want to learn all from you, and I want all of us to learn from each other. So if you have comments and experiences of using more reusable menstrual products, please comment those down below, and I'd love to learn about it. So those are the 10 things that I'm no longer purchasing or buying. If you liked it, please make sure to give this video a like, subscribe down below, and hit the bell notification for more content. I post new content weekly on frugal living and personal finance, fashion, minimalism, and other lifestyle videos. If you have any ideas on what videos you want me to do, please make sure to leave those comments down below, and I'll try to get those out. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope that you all have a great day. Bye!